I'd like to say a few words about the 523 discussion board prompt about Don Marquis' essay, Why Abortion is Immoral. The question I chose to ask was this: if I determine that something, anything, does not have a quote future like ours, would it be wrong to kill it? Why or why not? It's actually not such a simple question. We get arguments in philosophy, and those arguments are meant to establish certain things. Um, Don Marquis' argument is something like this. We agree, our first premise, that it's wrong to kill you and me. And then we ask ourselves why it's wrong. And he says, well, it's wrong to kill you and me because you would be depriving you and me, you or me, of our futures. And the conclusion, the major conclusion from that, then, is that if it's wrong to kill you because of the result of taking away your future, or wrong to kill me because of the result of taking away my future, then it would be wrong not to kill anything that had a future, but to kill anything that had a future like ours. That's what really follows. So, what the real conclusion is that if we determine that anything has a future sufficiently like ours, or if we judge that has a future that could be called a future like ours, then it would be wrong to kill it. So the question whether it would not be wrong to kill something that does not have a future like ours, uh, all we can say is that Don Marquis has not given us any reason why it would be wrong. We know that from his argument, if we accept the premises and the conclusion of his argument, we know that it would be wrong to kill anything that had a future like ours. That does not necessarily mean that there is nothing wrong with killing something that doesn't have a future like ours. It's just that his argument doesn't supply such a reason. That's really the answer to the question, I think. So, for instance, a cow does not have a future like you and me. The set of experiences that are in the future of a cow or a pig or a chicken, those experiences that it has in the future are not like ours. That is, we can't really say that they're sufficiently like ours. Um, does that mean it would be not be wrong to kill it? Not necessarily, because and Marquis acknowledges this, although he hasn't given a reason why in his argument it would be wrong to kill it. It doesn't mean that there aren't other reasons. Right? It's just that on his argument, all he's established is that it would be wrong to kill anything with a future like ours. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's right or morally permissible to kill things that don't have a future like ours. It's just that we would have to look for other reasons. Of course, this, I think, has all sorts of associations with his argument about abortion, too. I'm pretty sure that he never really addresses what would seem to me be a kind of an obvious aspect of his argument, and that is that not all fetuses have futures like ours, in the sense that they don't have the kind of experiences in their futures because of disability and tragic situations of disability. That could be said to where we could reasonably expect them to have futures like ours. So, on his argument, say a severely disabled or a fetus that we knew that would be born with such severe disabilities, I'm really thinking of cognitive disabilities, that you couldn't say that it had a future like ours. His argument does not give us a reason why it would be wrong to abort that fetus. Leaving open the possibility, I think he would say that there are other reasons why it might be wrong, but there, could be anything. So it's a kind of a subtle question, I think, that I chose to ask, but I hope that kind of made sense.